It's one of those things that I've been writing a book for the last year, and I've been teaching myself to death over these concepts and studying, researching, going to like ways at the top, Mayo Clinic, Johns Hopkins, Harvard, Stanford, top university, Oxford, even some of the Russian scientific community. And what you keep seeing in fitness is a sports paradigm, and that's what I'm calling it. It's a paradigm that we have to keep going until we're injured. Keep pushing harder and harder and harder. You're going to run, you run a mile, and then you run a mile, you run two. Then you run two, then you do a 5K, 3.2. Then you go to a 10K, 10, you go 6 miles. Then it's half marathon. If you become a football player, it's okay, you start off and you play football, and you start moving up and up and up until the point where you're really, really good, and you go to college, and you suppress the injuries, and you promote that winning catch, that winning marathon, the marathon I completed. This paradigm is wrong. And it starts, and believe it or not, you've already been marketed to. I'm not going to try to market you anything today, except some different thoughts. Okay? And this is what Cropley seminar is all about. I was just watching the call on the whole thing and saying, how does what we do work with that? In America, we, at preschool age, okay, some of you may or may not have had preschool or kindergarten or these things where we go in and we start playing games. These games are normally stuff like duck, duck, goose. Then we go to PE. PE isn't PE, or else you'd know what Dr. Cropley is talking about. PE would be physical education. This is my physical. He's educating you about how it works. He did it for the first time in your life. Right? PE is SE. It's sports education. They're trying to find who are the good athletes so that we can make them play our sports and games. They don't even know they're doing it, which is the amazing one. They're trying to find the great, the guy who can catch the ball way out here and pull it in for a touchdown. They're looking for those people. And girls, it may be the girls who are going to do dance, gymnastics, cheerleading, all different things. So you look at the activities from day one. Me with 3 little kids, I can tell you, 3 little girls. So I can tell you, until they got to, like the first one, the oldest one's in 2nd grade, until they got to 2nd grade, they could all do this. Notice what? Squat down is actually a picture on my website. All of us, my whole family like this, sitting in the thing. Most of us look at that and go, I can't. I haven't done that since I was a kid. How come we can all do it as kids? We get to some age, we start sitting on our butts. And all of a sudden we can't do it. Hamstrings tighten, low backs tighten, all this little stuff. And given in our adult age, we really don't need to get down there because we have tables and chairs and things like that. If you were to go to an Aboriginal tribe, they'd walk out and they'd go up to the table and they'd stand on it. They wouldn't sit on it. They started laughing at our researchers when we did that. So we look at what's happened, and just looking at that picture of the colon might actually change what I'm going to talk about. You think about how we move. You start seeing this sedentary, this bad posture, this gut thing. Here we are. This stuff can't move. How does all of that stuff get engaged? All of the guts in your body get engaged through peristalsis, a compression and extension of your midsection. It's this motion that helps the intestines go, almost like a snake, and push food through it. Now you look at athletes, what do? They eat like crazy. See, they can digest anything. They poop like crazy too. It's like they can process a tremendous amount because their fire is so hot, they can burn anything. And they do this for a while until they get cortisol problems and all these things. They have adrenal problems, thyroid problems, etc. And what's interesting is I've seen this in my kids. I have 3, 5, and 7 years old. I'm watching them go to school. And what they're doing and playing in their sports are all sports. They haven't learned one thing about the human body, nothing about physical. They've only learned sports. How do I run after somebody and catch them before they jump in the hole? There's duck, duck, goose. Okay? That sounds a lot like what I did as a defensive halfback. Okay? Guy goes through the hole, I chase him down, and I catch him. Right? That was my job as a defensive halfback playing football. When I wrestled, it was shoot up, grab the guy's leg, go, no, that's capture the flag. Look at the games their kids are playing. They think they're doing sports education, but they think they're doing physical education. Really, they're teaching sports education. They started marketing to this to you before you had a clue what marketing was. Okay? And that's our paradigm. So what my whole book is about, breaking this paradigm. And we're going to help you break some of these paradigms, this paradoxical thought of, for me to be fit, I have to go run. I have to go ride my bike a certain distance. If you're in Boulder, it's like, what did you do this weekend? I rode, how far? 17. It was 17 on Saturday, 13, 39. I said 31. Oh my God, the number. If I train you guys, I like to do weightlifting. If I trained out weightlifting yesterday, how far? How much? A lot. It would be ridiculous. I do that to gain strength, prowess, ability, agility that I use playing. And I'm going to use it right now, dancing all around the place. And you're going to see that our goal is to get you to move more like humans used to move, just like Charles is trying to make you eat, like humans used to eat. Okay, like 100 years ago, there wasn't these processing farms, GMOs, all this crap we're doing in our society. It wasn't there. So what we're going to do is we're going to break them into some groups and teach you guys some exercises that help open up rib cages, get us breathing deeper, getting our salt systems on, breaking up our habits of walking like this, or always having something in our hands. Okay, and American Indians wouldn't want to carry anything when they walk distance. The bow and arrow goes here, the thing goes there, and they walk. And they picture grabbing the ground and pulling it past. It was a heel-toe strike. I'm going to talk to you about that. That's something you might hear before I go for a while. But let me tell you a little bit about my staff. Chuck, I brought my A's in. A lot of people do this. They bring some interns. People don't know their system. Chuck's been with me for 4 or 5 years. Was a top massage therapist, came in, learned personal training. Now he's one of the top personal trainer massage therapists. Rich O'Neill holds a little flip camera. So you'll see this on the web later. Rich O'Neill was a guy who trained athletes. He liked to train people who were fast and fit and home works. Then he realized that when he came to me a month later, he said, I got a feeling most of what I was doing was negative. I was hurting people. And I didn't even realize I was hurting people because that's the way every other trainer does it. And I was working at one of the biggest gyms in town. He now specializes in fixing broken athletes. And that's what he likes to do. We work with anything. Wendy came in, ended up meeting Chuck. Chuck's like, you got to come see what we're doing. Wendy was a Qigong practitioner. Qigong, dance, any kind of dance you could imagine, she's probably done it. She started realizing, man, I'm jacking my hips up, my feet are killing me, all sort of stuff. We started training how the body's supposed to move. She can do pretty much anything. It's very, very cool. And so I'm going to break it up. Let's go about 15 people per, I think we have about 60 people. Let's go about 15 people per, and we're going to take you and kind of teach you some different concepts. Okay? So